Hey, y'all. We in the building. Hey, Royaire.
Hey, Auntie, welcome back, beautiful people. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, y'all. We're here to recap season 1, episode 4 of the Braxtons, and they call this Family Legacy. So Roy and I are recapping the Braxtons together. We do have some other shows, and we'll let you know that we will be recapping together. Okay. So we haven't locked in a time yet. So just hang in there with us. We're gonna be popping in when we fit in, okay? But we are gonna try to get to a consistent schedule, but that is to be determined. And we'll both put on our community pages when we can kind of get a consistent schedule. But for now, with the Braxtons, we're going to have to just get in where we can fit in, and we will be streaming on each other's channels, right? So we're sharing the stream. So if you go to Royaires World right now, this show is streaming. You come to Diva show, it's streaming. But each time the primary stream will flip flop between myself and Royaires channel. So today the primary stream is over here on right here, Diva. But we're in the building. We do ask that you please kindly put a like on my channel and put a like on Royaire's channel for this video. And we truly appreciate y'all because we're doing this collaboration together. Okay, we're doing it together. So love y'all much. Okay. So anyway, this is Family Legacy. And wait, let me back up Royaire. First of all, the Braxtons are coming on. They're not calling it the Braxton Family Values. I wonder why they dropped that piece of it, Royaire. I don't want to get cute, but okay. Go.
Well, I'll get cute. We ain't seeing no values right now. The values have not been there.
Cool.
The values that we have learned over the past 6 seasons, they ain't showing up. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So the value. Okay. So anyway, it's called the Braxtons. It's on WETV. It comes on Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will always probably recap it definitely on the day after or a couple of days after because it ends so late on Friday night. It's like 10:30. That's a kind of rough time to be trying to recap something. But anyway, it's called Family Legacy. So we start out with Tawanda, Trina, and their significant others. So Trina is married to Vaughn, and we already know Vaughn is a whole piece of work, but that's another story for another day. Okay, so we start out with Trina, her husband Vaughn, and Tawanda and her significant other Sean going to DC, the Baltimore area, the DMV area, because they want to go visit Traci's son Kevin Jr. They want to make sure he's okay because you know what? He was the only child. And his mother has now passed. So it's like, okay, his mother's passed. His aunties don't really live near him, but he does still live in the same town as his grandfather. So they go to visit him, and they Trina and her husband Vaughn rent out a house to stay in, and Tawanda and her significant other Sean, they go rent a hotel. Now, let me just say this really quick about that situation right there, Royaire. First of all, the Braxtons, this is no shade, period. They got issues with the finances. So that house was huge. Why couldn't they all just stay in that house? Why? Because they wanted to joke around. They didn't want to see nobody walking around in their underwear, this, that, and the other. But my thing is, Braxtons, we got to think economics. Okay, they didn't need to go to no hotel. They should have stayed right there in that house with the sister Trina and her husband Vaughn. But whatever, they went to a hotel, right? What else do you really want to say about that scene, Royaire?
Well, I think that no shade to Wanda. I feel like she's probably one of the only financially stable individuals because Tawanda and the family struggle early in life, bouncing, living with Tony, they live with Trina, they got put out of a couple of houses. So I think she's learned the lesson of finances. I want to believe that Sean is in the record business as well, as far as writing music and stuff, producing. I know producers and writers make a lot more than what, the singers and artists do. So maybe he's holding it down financially. One thing that I did notice is that Sean was not the same Sean that he was when we seen him 2 years ago on Braxton's Family Values. I was like, Sean, what happened? Whoa.
Sean eating biscuits, gravy.
He is, guys. He got that love weight. We're gonna call it the love weight.
Okay, we'll call it the love weight, but Sean definitely put on a few pounds there. Okay, so yes, you are correct. He does look different, and maybe Sean got a little bit of money, and that's why they went ahead and went over to the hotel. Okay, so I'll get up off their back. All right,
live for that. I have to retract my statement about Vaughn last week.
Oh, okay, let me sit up. Hold on now. Yeah, I'm sitting up. Go ahead.
I said, I stand by what I said as far as him being an old-fashioned man. He is definitely old-fashioned. Tell you what to do, you obey, and move on about your business.
Okay.
But the losing of the ring really lost me. You lost your ring at a Trina event, but you can't find it. Now, even Dr. Heavily told us on Married to Medicine, you can run down there and get one of the little plastic rubber rings and put it on your finger, at least to have a ring on your finger. Where's the ring, Vaughn? You're a married man. Now let Trina walk around here with no ring. How would you react?
Vaughn is a whole piece of work. He really is. The whole ring thing, I didn't get it because at first he said I didn't lose it. And then when he told the story, Tawanda said, okay, then you lost it. Then he was like, no, it's in the house somewhere. They was like, but how's in the house? And you felt like you said that you lost it at an event. Let me tell you something. Vaughn is about 50 red flags packaged up in one.
Not one big red flag.
One big red flag waving all up in Trina's face. Okay. And I hate that saying. You know that saying they say, well, if you like it, we love it. I don't like it, nor do I love it. No, I think it's horrible for her. And I think to have come this far and all that she been through with Gabe, all of that, and she ends up with this controlling man, and that's what we getting to see on this TV. He a whole piece of work, okay?
And then talking about he lost it in this calendar year.
Because he think he a comedian too. He thought that was cute and funny. He lost it in this calendar year. I would have told him to go to the lost and found and find it. Okay. How about that? That's what I would have told him. And don't come back in the house until you do find it.
Until you find it.
That part.
It's in one of the pants pockets. Well, you search every pants in this house.
That part.
You can't, get out until you can. Get out.
Get out.
I also thought it was very telling to me that Mr. Sean said that he's never heard anybody call little Kev Scratchy. Never.
Did we not say that though last week? Did his cousin say who you talking about? Did I not tell you that what cousin don't know their cousin's nickname? She made that up for the show and it's stupid. And she keep having to explain to everybody why she called him Scratchy. So nobody don't know. And Vaughn was sitting there like, huh? So, oh, that's little Kev? Ciao, bye. She made that name up for the show. And I bet you how come though every time she in little Kev face, she don't never say Scratchy. She call him Kevin.
Little Kev. Yeah.
Little Kev. But he's so well known by Scratchy that you don't even call him Scratchy in his face. Girl, bye. They made that up. She made that up, and she thought it was gonna be cute, and it's not landing. Okay. So wait. So, Tony, if you want to move to this piece, because let me tell you something. Vaughn is a piece of work, and that's a point blank in a period. And I think the more they film, the more we gonna see. Yeah, Vaughn is a gaslighter. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's a gaslighter. But you know what, though? When you are an individual that are so desperate to be with somebody and you going to allow that, it couldn't be me and him. He is team too much. He's team too much. So listen, but besides that, let's talk about Traci's widower, her husband, Kevin Sr. Something is missing, and I'm hoping by the end of this season or before Royaire we find out the family don't like him. And let me back up and say this. So Kevin Sr., he came in my comments of one of my videos last week, and he said, "Girl, are you crazy? I ain't never said I had no baby on Traci." Okay, so I told him, all right, well, if I messed up, I messed up. I apologize. I ain't here to tear down nobody's name, but I could have sworn with my ears, I heard you say that. But you know what's funny, Royaire? He didn't address the part of me saying in the video, why you ain't speaking to your son. He didn't talk about that. He didn't address the part of my video when I said, why the family don't like you. And he really ain't addressed the part of the video when I said that there was infidelity. Why does nobody want to answer the infidelity question?
Well, you know, when it's true, you know, you don't want to answer stuff that's gonna make you look bad.
Oh, Royaire, you froze for a minute, Royaire. Yeah. Oh, so when it's true, you don't want to answer it. That's what you were saying.
We don't want to make ourselves look bad. You know, we can't handle the truth in ourselves, but we can see the truth in anybody else.
Okay. So you know what? Okay, so I get that because Judge Mathis, he kind of, you know, I'm rooting for Judge Mathis, but Judge Mathis also did not want to answer the infidelity question. So I guess that's, you know, people just, they're not going to answer that question. Okay, I'll move forward. Okay, exactly. Big Kev needs to direct that energy to reconnect with himself. Come on, Felicia. Redirect your energy. Okay? Put your energy in the right place. Don't be coming at my neck. But anywho, we're going to move on. So Tony is on the phone with Trina. And Trina's telling her that, listen, we taking a road trip, me, Vaughn, Tawanda, and Sean, and we're going to go see about little Kev. And so Tony, she's trying to show some grace and mercy. She said, well, I'm willing to speak to Kevin Sr. She said, well, you're going to have to do that on your own. She said.
Trina said, no, she can't.
And she won't.
And she won't.
And she won't. And so Tony Tony was in the car like, oh, shoot. Okay. So she said, you know, Tony said, well, let's agree to disagree. But maybe what we'll do is, you know, we'll speak as a family about speaking to her. She said, okay, good luck with that. But as far as she was concerned, she ain't got nothing for Kevin Sr. There's something deep-seated that happened with Kevin Sr. in the family, and we need to know about it. I know we're going to talk about that in scene later, but I feel like it's a little bit more to it. I feel like they just literally can't stand him. It's baffling me. And I'm going to need him. He wants the truth to come out. Well, sir, use your mouth and tell us the truth.
I'll say this, you know, Tony, in regards to Tony, there is a sadness that I see over Tony. It's just a sadness that just burdens Tony. It just in that car scene, she just looks so just not happy. And even in last week's scene when she was outside talking to Tawanda, it's just like a burden sitting on her back and it's weighing her down. But I do like that she is still open to having a conversation with Traci's husband, at least to try to figure out if we can mend the relationship between little Kev and big Kev. So I do like the fact that she's being that older, mature sister to see the bigger picture of it. In regards to your comment about the deep-seated thing that Kevin has done to Traci, I personally don't really feel like there's a deep-seated thing that he's done. I feel like over this time span of 25 years, you can do so many things. And as you said last week, these are Traci's sisters. So she knows they know the real deal of the 25 years that she has been with this man. And so I think even just like one of the things that Tony mentioned, you know, him still having a funeral for Traci, even though she did not want a public viewing or a public funeral. She did not want that, and he still did that. So I think it's just the little things like that that deterred the sisters, that continue to turn them off from him because he continues to go against Traci's will and what she wanted.
Yeah. Shonda said, yeah, something ain't right. Traci was with that man for 30 years and they loathed him. And that's a cute picture, girlfriend, with the braids. I miss my braids. Come on, I got to get you off this screen because I miss my braids. But you cute. You cute.
You are cute. Got a pose, honey.
Okay, so whatever happened between Kevin Sr. and Traci, she forgave him and stayed with him. Well, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. I'm glad to see y'all in the building. That is a fact. She forgave him, but the sisters, they do loathe him, and it's something amiss that I think we're gonna find out sooner than later because as we go along. So wait, so anything else about the car scene? And you know what, Roy, I back up. You did catch something very important. Toni Braxton is always looking sad.
Yeah.
She's always looking sad.
Yeah.
Something is not, I think maybe because of her own life.
Yeah.
I think because Traci died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she's always looking sad.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of, bounced from relationship to relationship to relationship. She had her beautiful children. Her son was born with autism, so she had to deal with that, then getting sick, and then, being with Birdman on and off, and now the passing of Traci, trying to be that older sister, trying to be the Toni Braxton still, and, make money and stay relevant. It's a lot for Toni. It's a lot. And you can just see the emotion is weighing on her. You can see that.
You can see it, absolutely. So we'll go to now. We're going back to the house in Baltimore where Trina, Tawanda, Vaughn, and Sean, they go go-kart riding. Okay. And then Sean won, then Vaughn came in second, and then Tawanda, and they said Trina can't drive. And I related to Trina because that's me. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Oh, Willie Brown, I appreciate you. Gifted on One of Chronicle Gray Hair Divas membership. Thank you so much. Much love. Yes, much love. Thank you. I appreciate you. So yeah, so it was gifted to 48. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Gifted to 48. Okay, so yeah, so I thought that was a cute scene, and it seems like they said in one of the episodes, I can't remember if it was the first Royaire or which one it was, Trina and Tawanda hang out together the most.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of tell that they are very comfortable together. And now, every now and then, I guess they do things as a couple. But Vaughn also, not to stay on his neck, but Vaughn.
No, we're going to put our foot on his neck.
Okay, well, then I'm going to put my foot on his neck. So Vaughn also seems like he's just not, what word am I trying to say, Roy?
He's not a people person. He don't have people skills. He's rude. He's nasty. So nasty and so rude.
Holla at Nene Leaks, okay?
Holla at your girl, okay?
So nasty, so rude. Absolutely. And Shonda said, so Toni has a sad spirit about her. I think the expectation on her from Miss E being rhetorical, one who made it and had to pull everyone up. I forgot about that. That's a lot to put on somebody's
We talked about that last week. In therapy, how she felt her mom made her another parent.
Yep. But not only that, do you remember? Hey, boo, thank you so much for the super stick. I truly appreciate you. Thank you. And thanks for the information. Y'all be coming through with the facts so we can be reminded. You know what? Remember on the Braxton family values, remember Mama E when they wanted just Toni and not the sisters. Remember Mama E when they first was coming out because they was a group. And then they only wanted Toni. Remember, Mama E kind of didn't want Toni to take it because she felt like she had to, like, don't leave your sisters behind. Like, I am my sister keeper. No, Mama, they want me.
And even if you watch the Toni Braxton movie, that is a very critical point in the movie. When her mom was like, I don't know if this is the right decision. This is the devil trying to break the family up. I mean, she made a big deal about that. So, yes. Who was that? Shonda, you were right on it.
Right on it. Yes. Oh, she said stay on Vaughn's neck.
Did you hear the way? So Trina has said that the barbecue was for Sean, and he was like, no, Sean got to share. I don't have to do anything. If you want your own, you can get your own. It was just disgusted me. It just really
Sean is
turned me off.
too much. And I think he got jealousy issues. He's too much. Yeah. And oh, they asked at the table, was Sean ever going to marry Tawanda?
Mhm.
And Tawanda was like, and I agree with her on this. She said, I'm not pressuring no man to marry me. But they also reminded us that Sean went to Papa Braxton.
Mhm.
It was like, can I have your daughter's hand in marriage? So you don't ask nobody father, and then 2-3 years later, you still ain't married your parents. So where they do that at?
Living in sin.
Living in sin. Don't do that.
But you know what?
Don't do that way. I lived in sin for a couple times. Don't do that.
But no, I was confused though why Papa Braxton was making such a big deal about it, because you cheated on Miss E for how many years and was still married to your.
No, you don't gotta bring up Papa Braxton's transgressions.
You lay it low and spread it wide.
Ooh. Yeah, but come on, Nika. You said she ain't gonna pressure him, but you gonna stick around for 20 years waiting on a proposal. Child, we can have a whole nother conversation about that, okay? All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. So yeah. So then we get to Tamar, and it's a lot of disjointed kind of filming. You understand what I'm saying, Royaire? So it's like Trina and Tawanda filmed together. It's Tamar separately. It's Tony separately. And then every now and then, I guess when they can squeeze Mama E in with somebody, they squeeze her in. So now they show Tamar in Atlanta, and Tamar goes to this podcast that she supported when they first started, and they had their 100th episode. And so she kind of supported them there. She talked about working on the album. She talked about why she decided to go ahead and do the Braxtons again, because she was 10 toes down that she would never do it again. She said because it was very toxic for her. And she said that it didn't portray her on how she really was. And she said she's been through a lot of therapy. And, and now there's a therapist on the set every time. You okay? You ain't feeling Tay-Tay? Yeah, y'all gotta come off with Tay-Tay net. You ain't feeling Tay-Tay?
I'm really trying not to put my, like, it's just tip, like literally the heel is just tipping on her neck. It's literally tipping on her neck. And you could go ahead and finish it out.
So she's finishing the album, she's writing a book, and she got spiritual candles. She got spiritual candles. So you light the candle and you pray how what you want to manifest.
Her line is called Intention by TB. Tamar Braxton, Intention by TB. So,
okay, do we like the name? I like the name.
I love the name. Yeah. I thought the name and the idea, like when she said that, now that made me lift my foot up off her neck, because I was like, okay.
Come on, with the foot off the neck. Okay.
I eased up on the gas pedal on Tay. I was like,
okay, boom. Intentional. Come on, say that name again. Say the name. Not somebody said it's giving witchcraft. Oh my God.
Intention by TB.
Not witchcraft.
I will not. No,
we don't want to subscribe to that. I thought it was a cool name. Intention by TB. I mean, she should just say Tamar. I don't know something about TB, but anyway, I know it's Tamar Braxton, but intention. Okay. Yeah, okay, I gotta let it rest in my soul.
Let it rest.
Okay, I'm gonna let it rest. Let it rest. Okay. Okay. Oh shoot, we gonna show. Okay. Go ahead, show it. Okay. Oh, TP. Oh, look, that's a cute
it's
logo.
Cute. This is so cute. Right? It's nice.
Okay, I like this.
Okay. She got the oils. Like
Okay.
she said, she got the candle. She got the little candle.
Uh-huh.
Look, this is doing better than the Grand Dame's candles. Okay.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I like this setup. This is really,
I
really
I
nice.
do. I do. Oh, she got a little message
You
on
got a
there.
little personal note from Tamar. Okay.
Oh, no. Let's give it up. Come
We're
on,
gonna
come on.
give it up. No, we're gonna give it up for Tay Tay. Now this is
Yeah. I'm liking the branding.
through.
I like the branding. I like the logo.
Thank you so much for your purchase. I pray that your intentions are met with the most positive outcome. You already have everything you need inside of you. Be the key that unlocks your own door. Love your life. Come on, Tamar.
Give it up. Give it up. What's the price? What's the price?
Okay, I'll have to go find that. This was just on Instagram, but we'll look.
Okay, you got to look at the price because we may have to support. Okay? As long as she ain't trying to do no $30, $40 a candle, we're going to order us a candle. Sounds good? All right, come on, give it up for Tamar. I'm liking Intention by Tamar TV. I like the logo. I like the branding. It doesn't look cheap. And I like the fact that she gives the message. And that is true, everybody. At least catch the message if you don't catch nothing else. Catch the message. You already got everything you need inside you. Just unlock the door. Give it up for Tay. Okay? So, yeah. So, she was on the podcast talking about she's going to protect her peace. She's going to protect her peace, okay? She's going to protect her peace. And now on set, they have to have a therapist every time she at least go film because she doesn't want to turn into the Tamar that y'all saw on the Braxton Family Values. So there's growth there. She's trying to grow. You understand what I'm saying, Royaire? Mm-hmm. So she says she's on her mental journey, okay? And she said a lot of people are silent about their mental health and it kills them, and that is very true. And she wants to be a good example for her son. And she said Traci is the decision and the reason why she decided to return to the show. And she said, because before that, it was very mentally draining. So I want to say everybody has the right to turn their life around. Everybody has the right to grow. And I'm going to say, let's give Tamar the opportunity to show us something different. She got a candle line. I like the what do you call that, Royaire? I like the business plan behind it. I like the business
plan, the intention behind it. She has great intentions. It's positive. You know, it's really speaking to where she is today. Now, I'm not trying to be shady, Tamar. I have put in the website. It's not coming up. So if we're going to brand this on TV, I need you to have the website together so that we can go and order. But I did see somewhere where it said the candles were $50.
I'm not intentionally paying $50.
But okay.
Not paying $50 for nobody candles. But and where's the website? Yeah, she's working, but where's it? And she got to work. And again, I'm not trying to be shady, but she owed taxes. She owed taxes for several years. So she better get her grind on and get the website up. But even with the website up, well, yeah, I'm not paying $50.
Look, she said, yikes, $50.
Felicia said, are they
7 weeks?
Not burn your house down. Not burn your house down. 7 weeks. No, we ain't now Tay you now we ain't doing that now. I know $50, but we will support because we like the support over here. Okay. So let's get to the dinner.
Okay.
They had the dinner in Baltimore. Papa Braxton's in the building. Tawanda, her man Sean, Trina and her man Vaughn, Kevin Jr., Mikey, their brother, okay, and then Denise, a family friend, and I want to say it was Mikey kids or Mikey's son, right?
Yes.
Was there. Mikey's son was there. So, you know, Papa Braxton again asked Sean, what's good? Are you going to marry my daughter or not? All right. And Sean talking about, I got plans and you'll be the first to know. Listen, if a man been laying up next to you for that long, he done asked your father and disrespected your whole family and legacy. I asked you, your father is still not marrying you. Tawanda, I'm no psychic or no expert, but he ain't popping that question no time soon. Okay, so Kevin Jr. comes and he's talking about how pretty much he's still hurt. He's still in a lot of pain. He feel like he can't come to the family because he don't want to come to the family because he a man. He's a man, okay? So that's what he said. And he said that him and his father, they're not talking right now. They're not getting along. And later on, and we'll talk about it when we get to that scene, we find out why they pretty much probably aren't talking. Okay. He said he only reaches out when it's an emergency. Trina started crying at the table because Trina is still, she watched Traci take her last breath. Mm-hmm. Trina still needs a lot of therapy, okay? And then Kevin Jr. is going through a divorce, and on top of going through a divorce, he got some police situation going on. Mm-hmm. Kevin Jr. got a lot going on right now. So he's not just breathing, he's dealing with a whole lot of stuff. And him and his dad are not speaking. And he said, his mom said, well, they did mention it slightly at the dinner table, Royaire, how his mom pretty much wanted Kevin Jr. to be in charge. And they're still having issues over the fact that Kevin Sr. had a funeral for Traci, but they are 10 toes down that was not Traci Rich's. Mm-hmm. Traci did not want a funeral. Traci didn't want no memorials. Traci just wanted to go and let everybody be in peace. But the husband had a funeral. And then on top of that, he put it online. So, I think that got the family a little salty. But I think at some point it happened and they need to get over it, for lack of a better word, because you can't turn back the clock of time, right? Traci didn't want it, but the husband did it. Like, let it go. What are your thoughts, Royaire?
Okay. This scene was a lot for me. Mm-hmm. Very emotional. Very emotional. I struggled with Kevin because Kevin, and please don't take this wrong when I say this the wrong way, people, but from the neck down, Kevin is dead. He don't have no life in his body. He's not healing. He's not grieving. He's existing. I thought it was so crazy in my mind that I love the fact that he's trying to be a man and bear through these issues and bear through these problems, but you only are reaching out when situations are dire near, experiences. And I just feel so bad that he doesn't feel comfortable or feel in a place to want to reach out to receive the help that he really needs. I thought it was very beautiful how everybody was able to just kind of sit at the table and recap how they felt about Traci. It made me very emotional when Dad said that him and Traci talked every day text every day. And, he misses receiving those morning texts from Traci that made him laugh and just get him going through the day. I also think that it's really hard. It was hard for me to watch because you can see that Kevin puts others' emotions before his own emotions. Mm-hmm. When Trina began to kind of express how she felt and she began to cry, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't make you, I didn't want to make you cry." And it just blew my mind that he is so, he's his mother, always willing to put others before himself.
That's a good observation.
And I seen Traci sitting at the table, but just in his body. His mannerisms, his behavior, the way he talks, the way he expresses himself, it touched my heart. It really, really touched my heart. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that they were able to come together as a family to be there to support Kevin in such a tumultuous time. As we said earlier in our couple of videos before that, before this one, Kevin, his family is just falling apart. His mom is gone. He doesn't have a dad. He's lost uncles. He's lost a cousin. There has just been so much surrounding this family that has happened. And not only just with the family, but now he's going through a divorce. So he's grieving the loss of his wife. He's mixed up in the court system with whatever is going on with this situation with him and his wife. He just has so much going on. And I'm so glad that Papa Braxton was able to express, it's not that we don't want you to be a man and help yourself, but we want you to know that we are here for you and we understand what you're going through and that we're going to be here to support you no matter what. This was just, when I tell you this scene touched my heart, Diva, reality TV. And that's what they gave. Shout out to the Braxtons for putting all of this out there. Shout out to y'all, because this is raw, real emotions.
Yes, this is raw, real emotion. This is real reality TV, not this phony, made up stuff that they doing on some of these other shows. And you made some very good points. He is his mother. He is his mother, because immediately he didn't even miss a beat. And he said he's sad and he's in pain and he's in mourning. But as soon as he know him talking about it impacted Trina, he was like, oh, I didn't mean to, I didn't, I would have, almost like I would have never started this conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah. And she told him, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
And because Tawanda views a life and death in a different way, she's like, Traci's spirit is always with me. So it's not impacting her the same way it is impacting, the others. But very, very good points. So then they go back to a scene with Tamar and her assistant Darius. I was cracking up that whole scene because they went to exercise, and honey, his cheeks were so rosy and red, and he almost passed out. He was like, I need some water, okay? And Tamar was working out. I thought it was a cute, little scene to kind of plop in there. I enjoyed it. I was cracking up because, honey, he was not ready for that workout session. Okay, I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute.
I want to bounce back real quick to that previous scene. It was very telling to me as well that Papa Braxton does not know that Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. are having a rift in their relationship, because one of the questions that he asked, Papa Braxton asked little Kev, he asked about the relationship between him and his dad, and that he, he's assuming that there is a wedge between the two of them, but he's unsure about what the wedge is really about. And I just thought that was very telling, that Kevin is not who he has been putting out here to be. This loving husband who cares so much about his wife and cares so much about, the family, and wanted to make sure Traci was taken care of and everything was good. Papa Braxton, he know what's going on. And he was so ever gently spreading the tea out, nice, like a nice little piece of butter on a piece of bread. He was just laying it right on out.
Well, that part right there too. She said, I'm going to need Tawanda to start acting like a Yana Jr. child. That part, that's true. That part, okay. You are correct. I think Papa Braxton, it's like there's so many dynamics going on in that family. And what I would really love a therapy session to happen between Mama and Papa Braxton. I think if they want to heal this family, then they need to have a sit down, because 100%, we said it last week for you, Mama E is still piping hot, pissy mad with Papa Braxton. And I think the girls are mimicking indirectly the pain and hurt between their parents it is impacting them as adults. And these two adults, you are always going to be the parent. Your kids could be 60 and you could be 99. You are still the parent. You still set the example. I feel like those two need to heal. And I think more the healing needs to come on Mama E's part because yes, it is hurtful. You have this man, he was a whole pastor. And how does, if anybody going to cheat on you, the last thing you would think would be the pastor. But you got a religious man, he cheated on you, and then got a whole nother wife, and you're still, emotional and upset about it. I feel my as much as Mama E wants to sit there and say, y'all sisters, I lost a daughter, this is breaking my heart. Well, Mama E, we need you to sit down because tag you're it. You are the problem.
And see, I don't even really think it more so needs to be Papa Braxton and Mama Braxton. It really needs to be more so Mama Braxton, who needs to be in the therapy. Yeah. She needs to go first before she can even go into a room with him, because and this is, I'm just putting this out here. This is just an assumption, okay? Mm-hmm. Infidelity, that's not the first time that she's seen infidelity in her life. And so the pattern is continuing. It continued from you to Tony to Traci to Tawanda to Trina and on down to Tamar. All of them have experienced infidelity in their marriage. The pattern is following the leader.
The generational curse. So Diva, until they do this, family is always going to be a mess. Like Iana said years ago, it stinks from the head down. Come on now. And Mama E is the head. Mama E's the head. Mama E also eventually came out and said, remember, Royaire, that once Tamar broke up with Vince, that, Vince was putting his hands on Tamar. So they kind of tolerated that, it's very messy.
Well, I feel she tolerated because it was something seen in the home. But we're going to leave that right there.
We're going to leave that right there. We're going to leave that right there. So we go back and we're at the last scene. And this scene took me all the way out to the floor, underneath the table. I rolled off my couch. I had to crawl and get back up. Royaire, I said, they trying to teach.
But I told you on that phone, girl. I told you was going to fall out. You told me
y'all was going to fall out. Oh, thanks for becoming a member. Love you. Okay. So I fell out because Trina and Kevin Jr. went to see Traci's attorney. And now we know for sure why Kevin Sr. got a little too. Because I'm not going to lie, Royaire. So before I go here. So they sit there and they find out from the lawyer. And the lawyer said he has these conversations taped where Traci said that she wanted her son, not her husband, to be in control of her likeness and image in her death. So in order for them to be able to use Traci's name, face, this and that, because somebody has said in one of my videos, like, why did the husband allow them, the family, to show those videos of Traci in the new season of the Braxtons? Well, he ain't have to allow nothing, because her son, shout out to Octavius, her son has the right to say when and how her face and picture and everything can be used. Okay. So I was floored because it gave me more information personally, Royaire. The family, the sisters don't like the husband for a reason, but Traci herself didn't have that much trust in her husband, because I'm sure she could have put, let my husband and my son be in charge. She said, no, I want my son to be in charge. And then the son said something that took me out. He said, my dad married into the Braxton name. but I'm blood. I said, oh, good God.
He the
Woo!
blood bond.
Woo! He said, I'm blood. I was like, what I had to rewind, Royaire, and said, what's going, what just happened? He said, I'm blood. And my mother wanted me to take care of everything. So there was a lot of rift. Hold on, Royaire, let me block something. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, like you said, there was a lot of rift in between the family and some rift in between Traci and Kevin Sr. Now, what really threw me for a little bit of a loop, just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, is that Kevin was not shocked by anything that was going on because he said his mama told him when he was little that if something happens to me or when something happens to me, you will be the one to carry my legacy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I really didn't understand why Kevin Sr. was so upset because even in royalty, when the king passes, it goes to the next heir, not the wife or the queen. You know what I'm saying? So why would it not have made sense for her to pass everything on to her son? He has children. He seems responsible. He was married. He had things going for him. Also, as we already stated, there was such a connection between little Kev and Traci. They bonded very strongly. That was her only one child. And it's something about when you just have one child that you are just, that's your baby. And he's a boy on top of that. So mom, son, it just made sense to me that she would leave everything to him, in my opinion. As we've seen on Marriage Boot Camp, she did not trust Kevin Sr. Why would she leave everything that she has worked for, especially with the Braxton family values and her image and her music? Why would she leave that to someone that she can't trust in life? You are so upset at this young man for a decision that his mother made. That's the exact reason why she didn't leave it to you. Because if she would have left it to you, how would you have behaved with this young man?
It's loaded, Royaire. It's loaded because you stayed with this man, you didn't divorce him, but it appears as if you didn't trust him. Because like I said, she could have left it that they both were in charge.
Yeah.
She could have left it that they both were in charge. And it's like traditionally, yes, there's stuff if you go and you have a surviving spouse, there's things that yes, you will leave to your spouse, but and yes, you're going to leave something to your child or your children. But her most prized thing, her legacy, her image, her likeness, she left that to Kevin Jr. And the lawyer says she did want to make sure that you were help me out. You were
mature enough.
Mature enough to, to handle it when it came. But I don't know. It just spoke volumes to me. Just the thought. Let me see what Tiffany said. Could Kevin Sr. be upset that the sisters gave him so much grief for doing a funeral, but the sisters can get their nephew to show videos of her being sick and his hands were tied? Tiffany, it's a lot of it's convoluted at best, right? And yes, I'm sure that could be the case. A lot of people were saying, why are they showing these videos of Traci in her last days, right? And so my thing is, though, is reality TV. I don't think it's not like they showed her going to the bathroom, vomiting, and all that type of stuff. I think they just wanted to show, because there was impressions when it happened in real time that the sisters just were not there for her. And I think they wanted to show that not only was we there for her, we made regular trips. We were all hanging out trying to cheer our sister up during this last time period of her life. It was like, to me, it showed finally like the sisters were able to come together and, just just be with their sister in these moments of her last, life or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like that's why they wanted to show that. But go ahead, Maria.
I agree with you on that. In regards to Tiffany's statement, I mean, it could go both ways. As they said, she did not want a funeral, but you still did it anyway. So why would you feel some type of way because they put her likeness and image on the show? Either way, and Traci wanted the show to go on. That was something that she asked for. She asked to not have a funeral. So yet and still in life, you didn't respect her wishes. And now in death, you're not respecting her wishes. So why would I leave you anything to continue to disrespect me as you did in life? That's how I seen it.
Yes. And Felicia, I agree with this too. She said, I also believe Traci wanted to make sure her son will be financially secure with this new season. I feel that way.
The daddy wasn't gonna do it.
So since he owns the footage, so to speak, they show it, he will also get some payment out of that. Natasha said, does Kevin Sr. have a child out of wedlock? I don't know where I thought I heard that. You probably heard me say it. You probably heard others say it, but Kevin Sr. himself said, via comment, I didn't physically speak to him, via comment, he said to me, he does not have any children out of wedlock. So I will roll with what he said. And so we'll queue up to this last piece because we got like 8 minutes left, y'all. We're trying to just do an hour here. Where Trina, Vaughn, Sean, and Tawanda were at the house. Trina was making drinks for everything. Vaughn was being extra, but that's a whole nother story because he's extra. Read all about it. And I really think he's jealous of his own wife, but that's another story for another day. We'll probably deal with that a little bit next week. Yeah, he really is because he's just too much, right? So Trina told Tawanda how, and listen, all the sisters are now executive producers of the show. So that's helping them earn more money from the show also. So I say that because this is going to bring context to this next piece. So Trina was telling Tawanda how production wanted Kevin Jr. and Kevin Sr. and Papa Braxton to have a sit down for the show. Now, see, that is why talent should not be producers. And can I tell you why, Royaire? Because Tawanda is so dead set on, I don't like this man. I don't want him to be no part of this show, where she's missing out on a good TV opportunity to have had Kevin Jr., Kevin Sr., and Papa Braxton sit down together to see what was all going on. So Tawanda, as a talent and a producer, you get a big fat F because you blocked a scene that would have been reality TV gold. Gold, Royaire. Gold. She sat there like, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Tawanda, this is reality TV gold. That's reality. Give this man an opportunity. And so Tawanda also said, if he want me to speak, he don't want me to tell the truth. And Trina was like, oh my God. No, in order for us to understand, let's hear everybody's truth. Let Kevin Sr. come up on that show and talk to his son, because y'all not out there every day. You should at the very least want a father and a son to have a relationship, especially since this son no longer has his mother. What are your thoughts?
That I agree with you that it would have been reality TV gold. Where I think that he does not want her to come, where I think she does not want him to come on is, I think that she is afraid of what truths may be spilled from the sister standpoint. Because just like Traci shared stuff with her sisters, Traci shared stuff with her husband about her sisters as well.
Well, you talking truth? That's facts.
And this could be just, typical relationships. Yes. And this could be a calamity of an accident that the family is not ready to experience yet. And so from that standpoint alone is why I was like, okay, I can see why she wouldn't want it, but it still needs to happen. A conversation needs to be had. If we have put everything else out here on the television, why not go ahead and put this out there? Why not?
Mm,
Um,
yeah, somebody said. Listen, they all hiding something. They all hiding something. But I'm telling you, they would have blew that TV up had Kevin Sr., Kevin Jr., and Papa Braxton had a sit down. And
well,
by
the
way,
we only on episode 4, so
that's true.
and they've been bringing it so far. Because let me tell you, I thought last night was just gonna be like a fly by night episode. We'll be okay. No, they fooled me.
Didn't it turn out to be a whole lot? No, that man said he taped the conversations, so can't nobody dispute it. So that's why Kevin Sr. can't. But see, that's why Kevin Sr. was being messy, saying that to his son, saying that he believed his mother when his mother left him in charge, that his mother wasn't in her right state of mind. So see, Kevin Sr., I feel like behind the scenes, Royaire is throwing a lot of smoke in the game.
He is, because that was the purpose of them going to meet with Antavius. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name now, but that was the purpose, because Kevin Jr.'s first question was, do you think my mom was in her right mind when she made the decisions that she made? And that's when Antavius said, yes, I do, because nobody else knows this, but we recorded all of our conversations, and she was in her right mind. And afterwards, she went and made me her what? Famous oxtails. Y'all better ask somebody.
You better ask somebody. Yeah, come on now. This is the best raw reality show, Bravo WETV television. Holler at the people. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if they didn't get a sit down, because like you said, we only on episode 4. Mm-hmm. If they didn't get a sit down with Kevin Jr., Sr., and Papa Braxton, they need to rethink that and put them cameras up and go ahead and do what needs to be done.
Run it back.
You want to go ahead? What would you like to say for the closeout, Royaire?
For the closeout, yet again, another awesome episode this week. I really enjoy recapping this show, but at the end of the day, I do want to say these are real people's lives. These are real situations, and I am definitely going to be praying for the Braxtons. I really believe that they can pull through this. I really do. I really do believe that Traci's last wishes of everyone to come together on one accord can happen, but we got to be willing to put our egos aside and tell the truth about what's really going on. I want to give a shout out to that scene with the dinner. Kevin Jr., thank you so much for opening up and being so open and honest about your feelings. Thank you for being so caring of others. But you got to care about yourself. You definitely got to put yourself in the forefront at this stage of your life so that you can pull through and continue to be there for your son and your family as well, because he's got a son that's waiting in line to take that legacy and push it on further. So awesome episode. Hit that like button. Thank y'all for joining us so much. We appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And this was a beautiful episode. Just so good. So good.
It was really good. And I'll close out by saying this. Trina, keep your eyes open. Don't have one eye shut. Keep both eyes open and keep them on your husband, Vaughn, who doesn't want to wear his wedding ring. But listen, whether he wears it or not, if any chick even try to talk to him, child, I would see him and run. He'd be on one side of the street, I will cross and go to the other. For as far as Kevin Jr., praying for the whole family, all the Braxtons, like you said, Royaire, but definitely Kevin Jr. He has no one left. And then the person he does have left, his father, they're in, dispute with each other.
Checked out.
Yeah,
checked out.
Well, because you know what? I'm not going to lie. I would be emotional too if I was married to my husband for 20-something years, Royaire, and my husband passed away, and I wake up and they show me some paperwork that he left everything to the kids. Child, you might see me on the news because I might go. I might go dig up that grave and punch him in the face. Like,
oh my God.
I would be a little bit emotional too. I would be thinking like, you can't be in your right state. He couldn't have been in his right state of mind. He ain't leave me nothing.
Well, all I'm gonna say is Traci ain't no fool, and she ain't crazy either. She knew exactly what she did, and she did what she did.
Yeah. Anybody's spouse would be pissed. But child, but we're gonna talk about it. But we want to thank y'all for being here. Remember, if y'all didn't hit the like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. And Royaire and I would appreciate it if you hit the like button on my channel and his channel. And if you're not a subscriber on Royaire's channel, subscribe. You're not a subscriber on my channel, subscribe. Much love, y'all. Thank y'all for everything. Good night and goodbye.
Good night. Go back and watch our previous recaps. We have already recapped 1, 2, and 3. So you can go back on either of our channels. If you have not hit the like button on those, hit the like button and rewatch those. Help our numbers out so that we can get more and more and more people in the building and keep on talking about this. And as Diva said, we're going to get on a consistent schedule, so bear with us. And we have more shows that are coming up soon that we're going to be recapping. So stay tuned to our community pages.
Thank you. Good night, y'all.
Bye.